Good morning. I'm Francoise and I'm here with Jody, and we're going to go through some Zoom training with you, just a few of the functions that we have learned how to use as we all kind of join each other on this voyage of doing online learning. So to start, Jody's going to show you the tablet view of things, and I'm going to show you the desktop view, and then we have a couple of screen captures of phone view so you can see what it'll look like in different devices. Jody's going to start now by showing you how to join a meeting.
Righty, so hang on here. Okay, so your home screen for Zoom is going to look like this. You should receive join information from your child's teacher. If you receive an email and you click it, then it will take you right to the screen. If you want to join from the join button, which is this button, hang on, let me get my pen here. This button right here. Then you can click on it, and in the next screen, you'll see where you put in your meeting ID. You put in your meeting ID right here, and then you put in the name that you're going to use to join. And after you fill that information in, this join button right here will highlight. You do want to connect audio and you do want video, so make sure that these look like they look here, that they're turned off. In the next thing that's going to happen is it's going to give you a preview so you can check how you look to make sure that you look how you want to look when you join the video. So here's my preview. There you go. And then you'll see this screen here while you're waiting to be for the teacher to allow you into the classroom. This is a security feature so that people can't just drop in any old time. So once the screen is getting ready to start, you'll get this waiting little swirly on your screen, and then the next thing you'll see is, and you're back. So that is how you join a meeting from a tablet, and it's essentially the same for desktop.
It is, yes. Yeah, you'll get a link and you do the same thing. You just want to make sure once you're in there that if the other people can't hear you or if they can't see you for some reason, and we'll guide you through where to check for those. But those are usually the only hiccups I think that people have the first time that they use it. So Jody's going to keep going through the tablet view and show you some of the different functions.
Yes, so let me get those screens for you. Where did they go? All right, hang on here. Oh, here we go. This one. This one. Hang on, they're loading. Okay, so this is a screenshot of what I see when I'm looking. Now, the menu at the top is the most important menu. On your tablet, this is going to be at the top. So I'm going to start over here on this side. This button right here for your kids is going to be the most important button because this is what they're going to use to be quiet. As you can imagine, there might be a lot of kids on the Zoom call, and the teacher needs to be able to hear and not have a whole lot of background noise. So this button right here will allow you to keep your child quiet. The stop video, if you don't want to show video of your child, you can click the stop video. The share content is where they're going to share things from their tablet onto the screen. And then here, the participant list is going to be a list of participants that are participating in the call. And over here, under more, is where they're going to have some additional things that they can use. So so over here, let me show you on the participants. This is the participant screen. You'll see here right now we have two participants in the call, me and Francoise is the host. The teacher will show up as the host. And then I need to grab one more screenshot, and I'll show you what's under the more. If I can find it. Do I have it? Is that it? This is it, I think. Done. Yes. So
Yeah.
under more, here we go. You'll see some different, oh, sorry, pointer out here. Okay, so you see up here is a menu of things that pop up when you touch on more. This is applause. You can do that. There's a thumbs up if there's voting. Chat opens up a box where your child can type messages. You're not going to use meeting settings or minimize meeting or virtual background. You are going to use raise hand. The teacher's going to use the raise hand function if they ask a question and they want participation from the class. So if your child wants to answer a question, have them touch this raise hand, and Francoise will show you what that looks like in a little bit. But that's how they raise their hand in the virtual classroom. And then if you'll follow me over here, these over here are your views. So right now you can see we're in speaker view, which puts the speaker as the champion image on the screen. If you want to switch the view to gallery view, that gives you the Brady Bunch version of the view. And then the last little thing over here is a leave meeting. If you want to leave and exit, just click this leave meeting button over here, and that's it. You'll be taken out of the meeting. So I think that's it for tablet screens. Francoise, did you have any questions while I was going through that?
No, I think it looks good.
Okay.
So I will go through now the desktop view, which means I am going to share my screen. So bear with me while I do that. And hopefully I am there now. Okay.
There you go. Oh, more pictures of me.
I know, right? Okay, so this is looking at the desktop view. And in the desktop view, your menu is down here at the bottom. So all of the function that Jody pointed out for the tablet is still available here. It's just at the bottom of the screen. So this is the speaker view, which, like Jody said, the person hosting or the speaker is going to be a large image, and then the smaller images will be available on top. I'll go to the next slide, which is the gallery view, which is that Brady Bunch view, though I think some of you might be too young to know what the Brady Bunch view is. But that's the multiple boxes. So you'll see all these great boxes. And then I want to show you a couple of things that are different. So the mute button is down here in the lower left, and the stop video is also down here in the lower left. It is not as intuitive to find the raise your hand in the desktop view, I found. You actually have to go to, in the middle bottom of the screen, you'll see it says participants. You want to click on that, and it'll bring up this sort of right-hand window of your participants. And I'll show you that. And once you have that, oh, it's not showing me. Where is it? There will be in this right-hand side, one of the buttons in this lower area down here will say, raise your hand. For some reason, I'm not showing that screen right now, but that is where you would raise your hand.
Because you're the host.
Oh, because I'm the host. Okay. So when you are a participant and you look at that list down here, one of these little gray buttons in the lower right will say raise your hand, and that's how you'll do it when you're in desktop. As far as phone view, we have one capture of the phone view, and I think that it doesn't have quite as many functions, I think, as the desktop. Like, you can't share your screen, I don't believe, in phone view, but you have all of the other functions, the join audio, stop video. There are, your participant list, and there's the more dots that you click on, and that will also have your raise your hand area there. So that's the phone view. And Jody and I and anybody else in SOS is available to answer any questions that you might have after you watch the video if you post to the group. Just wanted to show a couple more things. as far as if you wanted to host a Zoom meeting. So once you don't have to create your own account, you can just use the links. And from what I've seen, they just added Zoom as one of the app options to every student's Google Gmail account. So their Google Classroom account should now also include Zoom. But if you have your own Zoom account and you wanted to have a meeting, you could easily set that up by logging into your Zoom account. You can choose the orange button, New Meeting. It'll take you to your video screen. You can click on Manage Participants in Desktop, which is down at the bottom, and you'll have the option at the bottom of the participant list on the right to invite someone. So you click on that invite button. It'll pop up a window where you can choose to select from your contacts. I don't have anybody in my contacts list, so I have to do it via email. So I did email, I selected Gmail as the method for sending the invitation, and then you can see this is sort of a sample of the invitation. And this is what Jody received, and then she clicked on the link to join the meeting. So as the host, when somebody joins the meeting, you have to actually go in and admit them. So once you have people that have joined your meeting, you want to check your participant list and admit or remove anyone that's not supposed to be there. So that's pretty much it for the functions. We wanted to talk a little bit about sort of some etiquette for when you're in class or even just having a social call with friends. Generally, the teacher is going to talk to you about the rules that they want in their class. It could be that they want everyone muted. It could be that they want to have people raise their hands. They will have their own method for running their class. An important thing to remember for the class sessions is not to take screenshots and not to take any pictures, because it is a rule of the school to not take those pictures and not share them at all. And then a funny thing about Zoom that is a little bit different from some of the other video programs is that generally one person can speak at a time, and you'll see that there's sort of this highlighted box around who the speaker is. So if everyone's kind of making noise or talking, it's just going to be a cacophony of noise. So even if you have just a little bit of like typing or something going on in the background, that's going to get picked up by your mic, and so you're going to become the main focal point of the video. So that's important to remember in a social call as well. And in a social call, always ask before you're going to do a screen capture, so that the other person knows that you're taking a picture. That's good in life to remember that. And then to let other people know when you're ready to leave the meeting. So you'll use the red end meeting button that's at the bottom of the screen. So that's all that I have. I'm sure that there are plenty of other things that other people have discovered in this Zoom journey that we're all on. Please feel free to share any of your suggestions or recommendations that you've come across. And I'm going to see if Jody has anything else that she wanted to add.
Everything. I think that's it.
That's it. All right. Well, good luck, everybody.
Just log back in. It's not hard.
It's true. It's true. Yeah. If you somehow get out of a meeting, go back to your invitation email and you can get right back in. So the teacher just has to admit you right back in.
Worst thing that can happen.
Yep. But you'll be fine. And let us know if you have any questions. And thanks for watching. Bye.